Hello, welcome back to my channel and to another reaction video. This time we continue the Reacher series. This is the first episode of season 3. Okay. Last time we saw Reacher, he was heading on a bus with a ticket, but now he has a car and...
Rate a song on the subject of water. Ocean, river, stream, it doesn't matter. It's gotta be Surfin' Safari, right?
Or is a ripoff of Chuck Berry's Sweet Little 16, so that knocks it out on principle.
Man.
No.
Is that gonna be like the first episode of season 2? He's gonna witness a crime and... he says something's up and intervenes.
What the hell?
That's what the hand cannon Richard is packing.
No, please, I'm not gonna hurt you.
Okay, this is intense.
On the way. Hey! Oh! You shot a cop. We gotta go. Now.
Pretty sure the kid who's in the car could just, not go. He's been pretty much innocent in everything, but what is going on?
People trying to kidnap you.
Oh. His ear. Lack of ear.
Legal gun.
Well, it was an accident.
I'm not
Illegal.
explaining my way out of this. Get down! I bet they called the real cops. I gotta find a new ride.
So what those were, what, campus police? What's the difference? Campus police, what protects the campus, I guess. What's the difference, in terms of, what can they exactly do?
There could be more kidnappers coming up right behind us.
Like, this whole thing seems a bit weird.
I'm getting lost.
My dad's rich and connected. He can help you. Right? So, look, he'll just be grateful that you kept me from getting kidnapped again. After he got my ear in the mail, he paid.
Okay, so the dad is
You're back.
Get in, Richard.
okay. This whole thing seems a bit weird. Yeah, we saw this in the trailer. We know from the trailer the father is guy who played Tommy in Halloween Kills. I don't know the actor's name, but it's clearly up to no good. And is this the the giant guy who bigger than Reacher?
Just let him do it.
He's rude.
Please.
He's scared. Is this whole thing Richard trying to infiltrate was the whole beginning? Yeah, it's fucking weird. There is this whole thing Richard trying to infiltrate this place. The whole beginning scene was a setup to get close to the kid. It's safe to assume that he's not just a drug merchant, and that's a pretty badass gun there.
Suit yourself.
I mean, I would have a taste. Then again, I don't think he trusts.
When you called me from the car, what can you add to that?
Just that the guy you hired to look after him was useless.
You're selling used records in New England college towns?
Suspicious.
Don't have a job.
So how do you pay the rent?
Don't have a home. I move around a lot. I gripped it firmly so you'll have a clear set of prints to run.
Oh,
If I go in to hit the head, you gonna hold it for me? If I want to.
okay.
Hey, where you going?
Check on the kid.
We'll take care of him.
You forgot to add the guardhouse.
No, I didn't. How was your talk with my dad?
He has trust issues.
He'll check on me soon.
Okay.
We ran your prints.
That was fast. Must have some...
Do here is serious.
You failed the OCS exam. Not surprised. You don't look like you could spell OCS.
Russian roulette.
That would be the last thing you do.
That's of course. It's not a real bullet. Is there a...
You prove your point.
Okay, I think the bullet might have been real. And oh shit.
Would you have done if I'd have killed myself?
Same thing we did with the last guy.
Okay. He was surprised that it was a... And that's why Beck was so adamant about getting the gun off his hand. He didn't want him to continue firing. Okay. And there was a floorboard or whatever, and it was pouring down.
Until then.
Why?
Because Beck might trust you now, but I don't.
What if I don't like that arrangement?
Call the cop.
Well, what was the chat something? I don't know, I like him. Checking out there are no bugs or listening devices, whatever. Yes, infiltrating the whole thing was a thing.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Title card. I called it. How long did it take for you to figure out that it was all the beginning? Was all BS and Asianware? Acting suspicious, according to Richard.
Hey, I'll catch the next one, okay?
I was trying to rob the lady.
Bus with that woman and steal from her bag.
Fuck you.
Woman at the end of this bench has an unclasped purse. 4-year-old
Lady says she should be able to hear. But I suppose she's distracted. I mean, that's what she said.
You need money, right? Take it. Guy who catches you stealing might not give you 100. He might give you a beating.
Nice guy. Okay, who was that and why did Richard drop his card so?
Special investigators. Warrant Officer Powell speaking.
This is Jack Reacher. I need to speak to your CO immediately.
Sorry.
On where I'm staying.
So whoever Richard spotted is working for Mr. Beck, and that's why he's infiltrating and clever. Testing if someone's gonna shoot as soon as they. Yeah. Oh no, toothbrush.
Where you going, Mr. Reacher? The two you left standing at the door with their dicks in their hands are Elliot and Villanueva.
Why'd you run?
The cop he quote unquote shot and the kidnapper.
Panicking type, Mr. Reacher.
Just Reacher.
Okay.
It is the guy he spotted. They're asking his help to infiltrate you. Whatever.
Zachary Beck. You don't give the guy we're questioning the name of the subject, then ask if he knows him.
Okay, you.
Reacher.
Check hospital records around Linton, Virginia. On or just after March 13th, 2012.
What?
Police brought in with injuries consistent with a small caliber gunshot wound to the head, a high fall, and drowning. Look, you're
Were you behind those injuries, maybe? I mean, when you look like that, you might as well stand in front of a window and stare menacingly.
Lieutenant Colonel Francis Xavier Quinn. Military secrets to hostile nations. We were never able to execute an arrest.
Okay.
Quinn in Beck's car.
Yeah.
And now you want to find him. So maybe we can help each other out. Let's take a walk.
Okay, so Quinn is a former military who turned traitor, sold weapons, whatnot, and Richard took it a bit personally, I guess, and sent him down the cliff.
It's this kid named Teresa Daniel. A few years ago, she was tricked by her scumbag boyfriend. When I saw Bazaar had a help wanted ad online for secretary, I called Teresa.
And she disappeared and probably dead somewhere.
She got the job at Bazaar's warehouse and was gonna just report back what Beck was up to in there.
Thanks.
Donut's a donut.
Shut your filthy mouth.
Okay, fine. I'll eat them all then.
Still waiting on the refill.
Let's say the impact rings the bodyguards.
I'm shooting everyone at that point.
Don't worry. I'm the one who read the surveyor's map wrong, set us up on private land. I'm gonna...
No brains, some balls. Fine, you're our kidnapper.
Okay.
Or he's crooked. He messed up the whatever on purpose. And we'll backstab these guys later.
Indie films he makes.
Buddy's kid.
It's top quality stuff. Okay, don't move. Okay, point your finger at the kid. Say bang.
No.
Bang!
Is that great or what? I could hide nearby and set off the charges.
Jesus!
come on, guys, not funny.
I don't like this plan. Using live ammo is insane. What if you forget how many shots you fired?
You got a pocket knife?
He's gonna mark it, and that's how he knew when he was doing the Russian roulette thing. Okay, okay.
What's wrong?
I don't know how to hotwire.
Column, pre-strip the wires, you touch them together, you're an instant bad guy. I've also been thinking about the street. Thing jumps off, it's from inside the record shop. But you'll need a reason to hang out in there.
I
And
kind of like that Richard doesn't know how to do everything. He's good, extremely good at some stuff, but
with these.
yeah.
Record store buys old vinyl. Just pretend you want to sell my collection.
That should have been the first red flag. Why is Richard selling anything? He doesn't own anything.
Ethel Merman disco album?
15-day battery life. If you need me, I am just a phone call away.
Okay, we'll click code up. And yes, he's definitely gonna be a love interest.
Got a chamber marked, remember? I put the bullet in that one, so even with the cylinder closed, I always knew where it was.
What if...
Armed guy behind me and tried to fight my way out.
Any leads on Quinn?
That would have been an interesting fight. I'm honestly really
The
excited to
adjoining
see.
room.
Okay, he's.
We passed.
Yeah, I'm excited for the eventual fight between whatever the huge guy name is.
Beck said his security carried a plate of food outside. Could have been taking it to the carriage house.
Okay. Yeah. Notice that one. That's a bit, so someone was being held here, but and they.
Is Teresa there?
Ah, she was.
But she was.
So did they remove her because Richard came into the house of precaution? But yeah, okay, that was a really damn interesting start to a season. And yeah, I wanna say I figured it out pretty quickly that the beginning scene was bullshit and it was all planned to get Reacher to join whatever bad guy organization this was. I think they mentioned drug running or whatever. But I think it might be something more. They mentioned whatever Queen. Who's clearly well, Richard described him as a really bad guy who's, I don't know, might be bigger than just, you know, drugs. So I will just have to see. We got a good look on a bunch of bad guys. I'm pretty sure every one of those was in the trailers I checked out. And yeah, one of the teasers was specifically for the one giant guy who Richard will eventually fight. I think in the teaser, Richard said he's always wondered when this was gonna happen, and then showed that there's a guy bigger than he is. So hopefully we don't have to wait too long, and hopefully they make it a really entertaining fight. But yeah, as far as the bad guys we saw, what's his name? Something Chad. But yeah, I said it during the reaction. I actually did like him. He was kind of no nonsense. Didn't take any of Richard's shit. He just said things as they were, and yeah, kind of like this attitude. Got a good look on the team behind Richard this season. We have one rookie who seems like quite the screw up. Is he crooked? Is it too early to call it that he might be, working for the bad guy? He intentionally messed up the whatever warrant thing and he's gonna screw up whatever plan they now have. Then we have an middle-aged man with some, I don't know. He seemed kind of funny, and yeah, I did like the dynamic between those two and the lady team leader. I'll remember their names eventually. But yeah, they're already setting her up to be this season's Richard's, fling. And yeah, she has a personal stake. She sent an informant to infiltrate the organization, but she was captured, and I don't know whoever this Teresa was. I don't think she's. I don't. Would they kill her off screen? They'll find her body at some point. In any case, she would have probably told everything about what's her name, and so I don't know. How much do you think the bad guys are onto the good guys' plan at this point? I can see them throwing that, at some point comes the revelation that they were onto Reacher and everyone from the get-go or something like that. But yeah, still really good first episode. I'm really glad this show is back, and I don't know how many seasons they plan to make. I know I wasn't the biggest fan of season 2. I said it in my all throughout my reactions. I think season 1 is the best so far, but yeah, I'm really hoping this season will be an improvement from season 2. Anyway, what do you guys think? Let your thoughts down below. Hope you enjoyed my reaction. Drop a comment, like, subscribe if you want, and I will see you in another video.